So in this video, we will learn how to use Excel to create the frequency distribution for categorical data. So the dataset we will use is called hotel rating. You can find the dataset on Cengage Now, student composite website, or you also can download the dataset directly from D2L. So this question is similar to the question on the lecture slides. However, we have more observations. So on the slides, we only have 20 observations, but on this question, we will have 639 observations, because you can see starting the data set starting from A2 to A50, A650. So we totally have 649 observations. So how can we create a frequency distribution? Remembering, in the lecture I mentioned that the frequency distribution made up by two columns. The first column is our classes. The second column is our frequency. So in order to use Excel to create a frequency distribution, we still need to notify the Excel what is the possible categories. So let's name the column C as the hotel quality. If you look at the data set, we will find, generally speaking, we only have five different categories. So we prefer to rank them. We're starting from the terrible. And then the next to the terrible is poor. We copy paste to the C3. And next pool is average. And next average is very good. Next very good is excellent. So now we finished to define our categories. So how about the frequency? So in the before you're taking this class, you probably will manually count how many customers rate the hotel as terrible, how many rate the hotel as poor. However, we have so many observations, it probably will take you time to count it, and you cannot avoid to make mistakes. Fortunately, we are using the Excel. The Excel will help us to solve the problem. So first, you need to learn Excel formula called count F. So this is a conditional way to count the data. So let's type in the equation to our E2 cell. So first, remember I mentioned in the first chapter, if you want to use any function in the Excel, you should starting from the equal sign. So let's type in equal. And now following the equal sign, we type in COUNTIF. So after you type the COUNTIF, the Excel should have some immediately link to the function. So now after you type COUNTIF, and you should type the parentheses, starting the parentheses. Once you type the first part of the parentheses, they give you the hint. So the first entry in the parentheses is the range, which means where is your data set. And the second entry is a criterion, so which means based on what condition you will count the data. So we know the data set is from A2 to A650. What you should type in here is from A2, comma, to A650. So that is the range of the data set, and a common. And now you can select the criteria. So the criteria is which frequency we are counting. So we are counting how many people rate the hotel as terrible. So we just move our mouse to C2 cell and left click your mouse. Now you can see the second entry in parentheses already shown up, the C2 cell, and then close the parentheses and click enter. So we have 41 customer rate the hotel as terrible quality. Now we will use the same formula and do the same procedure for the rest of the 4 categories. So first, for the poor condition, type in equal, count, F, parentheses, and from A2 to A650, and common. And now the criterion is C3 pool, and close the parentheses, typing enter. So we have 62 customers rated the hotel as pool, and typing equal for the average, count, if, parentheses, A2 to A650, common, and the criterion is average, and close the parentheses, typing enter. Next, for a very good, count, if, parentheses, A2 to A 650, and the criterion is very good. Close the parentheses, enter. So the last one, equal, count, F, parentheses, and A2 to A650, and common, excellent, C6, close it, enter. So we have 187 customers rate the hotel as excellent. So now we finish creating our frequency distribution. We have the categories or classes. Corresponding to each class, we have the frequency. And if we look at the frequency distribution, this business interpretation for the frequency distribution is we have more consumer to rate the hotel as very good quality. So if you are trying to find a hotel, you probably want to stay in or reserve this hotel, right?